Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It is actually pretty nice out there. A tad chilly, but I wore open-toed shoes. That's a good sign, and the sun is shining, and I'm still crossing my fingers that we'll have a nice weekend. So those are all good things for a Friday, heading into the weekend. I hope you guys are off to a good start on your Friday as well. We have lots of things to talk about when it comes to Muskies, and it's nearing the end of the school year for everyone, so tons of activities going on. Also, it's Mother's Day. It's like officially, you are down to the wire. It's Mother's Day this weekend. Hopefully you have already thought about this, but if not, we have a ton of amazing sponsors that will give you a lot of options to head out and grab some good things that all mothers love. So we'll mention those now. R7 Reclaim, just right up the hill in Grandview. They're having Mom and Me workshops. I already signed me and Hannah up, and we're super excited about it. There's different options for you. So what a great Mother's Day gift too, if you haven't gotten that yet. Send Mom and the kiddos up to do some painting and some playing in the dirt, and leave the mess to the folks up at R7 for all of that stuff. Super fun. Of course, Lutheran Living, thank you so much for sponsoring CBI, Toyota Muscatine Impact Athletic Performance. That'd be a great gift, right? All moms have trouble spending money on themselves. We struggle with that. So maybe try giving them a membership or something to try out. Either the nutrition side, or maybe it's she needs to go burn off some steam at the gym with Scott. Also, Suntan City, let them go get their shine on with some of the girls. I love going and visiting them. I went yesterday. Look at me in my bronze beauty self. And Unity Point Health Trinity is one of our newest sponsors. So happy to have them on board. My sister told me I had to mention, so after the show today, I am going to give blood at their blood drive. And she said there are still a ton of openings, and this time it's their first time in a long time that they're opening up their blood drive to the community again. So it's not just for staff. So if you're eligible to donate blood, please head out to Unity Point Health Trinity, the hospital, the main hospital, and go donate some blood today. There are a lot of openings still, and I've been getting a ton of calls saying that they're in need of blood donations. So I hope that you guys will all take a moment to do that today. You can either call out, ask for Angie Copy, and sign up for a spot if you need to get in and out quickly, or you can just walk in and take that chance and maybe wait just a little bit longer. But it's a quick process, and you can save a lot of lives by that blood donation. Also, of course, thank you to Hy-Vee for sponsoring the show and letting us take over the Market Grill every morning. So, Mr. Tony Tone is on the show today. We are going to talk Muskies.
Yes.
And all of the things. There was
so
a
much
lot of
going
action happening.
Yeah. There's a lot of action happening this morning. First of all, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
A couple days early.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I just want to say, if you were impacted, you may have heard my voice already this morning.
Yep.
So I got a notification at like 6 a.m., 5 after 6, that there was a water main break on Kindler near Susan Clark Junior High. So the decision was made to cancel school for today, Friday, May 7th, at Susan Clark only.
Yep.
What was interesting is that the break happened in a spot that didn't impact McKinley, which is down the road.
That question was like a lot, like right away they're like, well, what about McKinley?
Right.
On all of the posts on social media, I saw that.
And trust me, my boys were like, no school? And I was like, no, you're going to school.
No, you're going for sure.
And for my son, Ted, who's in kindergarten, today they're going to the Kitty Barnyard, so he's really excited about that.
That's fun.
And it's great that they're able to do that. But yeah, so water main break, MPW crews on the scene. They're incredible. We know how fast they are. That's the best part about having them local, is they dispatch their crew. They probably have to break up the ground. I don't know for sure. But the hope is to have the work done so that school can resume normally on Monday at Susan Clark.
Sure.
And it's too bad because, I mean, we are, I think we have like 17 and a half days left of school for kids. and not that you want this to happen at any time, but it was just kind of, I'm sure that the students were like,
they were all
this
like,
is okay.
I'm sure they were all very upset that they had to spend a Friday at home instead of at school. I'm sure there was a lot of.
And there were questions about, were we going to go to like a virtual learning? Right. And because of the nature of how last minute it was, the decision was made to just cancel because it would have been tough to try and notify, staff
Everybody
to be prepared, plus students if they don't have their devices. So no school there. So yeah.
Yay!
And, I mean, like I said, that's my job, and I was awake, so it's not like I was woken up. How it is with kids, you're up earlier than you intended. So I was ready to go, and we got the word out. But yeah, it's nice to be able to be here and be live, with people, and just if you're tuning in and you didn't know that, now you do. Right?
Now you do. Your kid's at home. If you didn't already know that, you have somebody there.
Yes. Yeah.
They're eating all your food right now at home. Probably.
Yeah. It's so interesting because there's a lot of students at Susan Clark and a lot of families.
How many students are there? Do you know?
I think, don't quote me on this. I think it's at least. I know how many in the 8th grade class. It's like 367 or 374. So I'm just going to say probably over 700. And again, don't quote me on that. I was there yesterday.
There's a lot.
And there's a lot of students, and our staff are fantastic. And it's a big building. I still don't know my way around. I learned that again yesterday. And I was walking with a group of like Principal Chris Nienhaus and Assistant Principal Jen Fridley and a couple other folks, and I almost got lost. So I'm still trying to figure it out. But yeah, and it's always great to be there since we combined Central and West to form Susan Clark.
Yep.
It's just great. So, but yeah, that was just kind of like the last minute addition to our already busy agenda for today.
We do have a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah.
So some of the moms came on the show to talk about prom and CAPE and all of that fun stuff. So I'm excited to hear about how, because that was pre-CAPE.
Right.
And so I'm excited to hear about how it went.
Yeah, you had those, I can't say enough about the parent committee and all the work that they did. So last year, CAPE happened, it was a drive-through, it was across the street in the Calvary parking lot. This year, prom was able to be held outside. The weather was perfect.
It was.
Students had a good time. I think, shout out Tiny Toons that DJ'd prom. I drove by, was there for a couple minutes. And then, so CAPE goes on in the high school, primarily in the gym. And it was really that group of parents, that team that you talked to, that really went out and talked to businesses and individuals. And I think there were a lot of first-time supporters. And then there were a lot of support from people that have been there since
forever.
Forever. like Krieger's giving away a Jeep was really cool, and Tia Day, who is a senior at Muscatine High School, won that. Total surprise. They're all kind of sitting there waiting. But that's a real testament, I think, as we always talk about how giving people are. I mean, the individuals, the businesses, but those parents on that committee, I mean, they really did a lot of work. And a lot of them hadn't done it before.
Yep. It was a pretty fresh committee.
And they started with like no money, right? I mean, like there was they started at, at ground zero and then had to just kind of build this event to happen. So if you're watching and you supported CAPE in any capacity, thank you. Because it is one of those things I hope that, the seniors, the juniors and seniors that were there, I hope that they appreciate the fact that, it takes a lot of effort to pull those things off.
Oh my gosh, an event that large that takes a lot, and especially, like you said, starting from nothing. And also, they were talking to me about how they also had to raise enough to put down deposits for next year on the bounce houses and all of those things. So it was like ground zero, get this year done, plus they had to have enough to, get things started for next year so that they would have all the fun stuff, booked in time. Yeah. So it's crazy.
It was just a busy
they were like
weekend.
Gung-ho. These moms were like, whew.
I had a lot
of. They made me tired. Just
I know. Me too. I had a lot of emails from them, and I just kept encouraging them, and they did such a good job. And it was just such a busy weekend, Ashley. Like there was prom Saturday, there was CAPE. CAPE gets over at like 2:30 a.m. And then on Sunday, last Sunday, May 2nd, we had the Excellence in Education ceremony, brought to you by the Roy J. Carver Charitable Trust at the Merrill. Yeah. So a lot of the students that were at CAPE until 2:30 a.m. showed up for the high school portion of that.
Did they still have their prom hair?
They all looked great. You could tell that some were tired.
Yeah.
But again, like, talk about a great thing, excellence in education. So we had students from the 8th grade class at Susan Clark that received $1,000 in a scholarship. Then some staff members recognized. Then the high school students with excellence in education, $3,000. Right? There were 20 seniors that received $3,000 each.
Wow.
All from the Roy J. Carver Charitable Trust. And then we had some staff members that received $500 to use to make purchases for their classrooms. And I'd never been a part of that previously, right? So they asked me to MC. And it was so great because there were these videos of the teachers who nominated the students and talking about, their relationship with the students and all the things that they've kind of persevered through. Because the scholarship is more about like overcoming adversities and challenges. And it was a great group, beautiful location at the Merrill in the ballroom.
Yeah.
You can't beat it.
Yep.
But yeah, just a really busy weekend. And I wish that somebody would have told me in September, like, hey, April and May in the education world are really busy, because I did not know that. Like, there's stuff going on almost every day.
Yeah.
There's something.
I bet. Well,
Yeah.
I think we have some pictures of the events too that we just talked about.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
We have to totally show everybody. So there's Cape. I'm assuming this is when they're like announcing prizes, because a bunch of kids are sitting in there. Kind of, you have to be present to win.
Yes.
So they're all in there waiting to get their prizes. There's a ton of prizes, and we'll actually be putting something in the paper for that committee to kind of show and,
Awesome.
and also thank all of the businesses that sponsored. And then that picture of the Jeep that was donated
Super cool.
by Krieger's, and oh my gosh, how cool to win a car.
I know. I was thinking about my car when I was in high school.
These kids have really nice cars.
I had a 1985 Buick Riviera that burned a case of oil a week. So I had a case of oil in the trunk. And like,
okay.
nothing fancy.
I was like the baby, so I kind of got, my siblings were all really mad, but I still only had it was like a Contour or something.
Yeah,
I don't even,
Ford Contour.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, but it was pretty cool compared to some of my siblings
Yeah.
and what they drove. They were all very upset when
I bet they
got
were.
the car in the front yard with the big bow thing. They did not get that situation, and so it was like, baby gets.
You had a bow on the car?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That happened.
I
But
can't say that,
sorry,
like,
guys,
I mean,
I'm the baby.
My daughter is the baby in our family, and I'm not going to say that won't happen. I'm not
That
going
is
to
gonna happen.
buy her a pony or anything, but
You're probably gonna buy her a pony.
I want to buy her a
Tony.
pony. Those
a
seem to
rhymer.
be very expensive. But yeah,
No, you're gonna want to buy her a tony.
it's
You're gonna want to buy her whatever she wants.
I just listen. It's probably going to happen. I
She's-
just love that you had
I
a
saw
bow.
the picture of her with the crown
Yes.
already this morning at, what time is it? 9:17. She's
Yeah.
already wearing her crown.
She's got enough stuff. But no, it's really cool to have
Yeah.
those events happen. It signals normalcy, you know.
I love
and I think that that's kind of what we're all hoping, is to get back to as normal as we can. And another thing, obviously, being in school and the trials and tribulations to get us to this point, I think everybody's excited that we're where we're at. And that this week, for instance, that we're in is National Teacher and Staff Appreciation Week, which is super cool. So a shout out to all the staff members, teachers. If you work for the school district, it's almost 1,000 people.
Yes, it takes every single person, every
Absolutely.
job, everyone.
And I don't say
to make it
that
all.
I don't say that lightly. Like, I mean it. That it's the teachers and the paras and the custodial staff and the bus drivers and the maintenance crews are incredible.
Can you
Like,
imagine
they've
being a
kept
bus
everything
driver?
safe
Yikes.
and clean, and
Yep.
the bus drivers are, they're all just fantastic. And then, of course, the food service team, the food and nutrition crew, in addition to like National Teacher and Staff Week today. I don't know if you knew this. Today is National School Lunch Hero Day.
I didn't know this until
There's a day for everything.
There
right?
is a day for
Yeah.
everything. I'm learning that for sure.
Yeah.
There is a day for everything.
And like the people led by Alicia Eggers that are feeding students are phenomenal.
Yeah.
They're so great.
Their food is also very improved since what I remember.
Yes,
I
would agree.
basically, I mean, Crispito, other than Crispito Day,
Yeah,
things, I mean.
drastically better.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're also still doing, the free meal program. twice a week, people are picking up meals in the community at the former Central Middle School. So they're doing all of that in addition to, feeding kids in the schools, and then they're going to be offering meals over the summer. They just announced that the free meal program is going to continue next year. So they're really busy. So everybody is just fantastic, and I'm happy as still one of the newest members of the district to be on this team.
Yeah.
Because I get to see it, I'm in the buildings all the time, and I get to see the work being done in the classroom, out of the classroom, on the grounds. You talk about today, for instance, with that water main break, MPW let Jeff Miller know, and then he communicates with Clint, our superintendent, and then we get the call, and so everybody is, you can feel everything coming together, and it takes a lot
of teamwork to make all that stuff happen.
Amen. And I also just want to say, because I get asked this a lot, I don't have summers off. Let me clarify. I've answered this like
He's already been
3
like, hey,
times.
Ash, can I come just lay by your pool every single day? Oh, now he's trying to act like you didn't ask me that.
Listen, I have a 12-month arrangement, so I don't get the summers off. But so many of my friends are like, what are you doing this summer? And I'm like, I'm working.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean working? And I'm like, I don't have the summer off. So just to clarify, I'll be working this summer. I just want to know if I can wear shorts to the office. That's something I haven't even thought about asking Clint, Christopher, superintendent. Why not?
I feel like we need to know this. I feel like you should be able
shorts.
to.
Not like, I'm saying
not
like
short shorts.
Dress shorts.
Tony, I feel like
shorts.
as long as they go to the ends of the tips of your fingers,
I
feel like you should be able to wear them.
I'm not saying like homemade jean shorts. I'm saying like
Did you know that
shorts.
actually today is...
No, it's not shorts day, is
It's
it?
not. But this is even scarier.
Okay.
It's National No Pants Day. I'm glad that we're both wearing pants and that everyone else here is
I'm not Winnie
too.
the Pooh in it today, that's for sure.
But that's actually a thing.
Yeah, please keep your pants on. Just in general, it's probably good advice,
so maybe
right?
we should just be happy that Tony just wants to wear shorts to work.
Yeah, I don't even, like I said.
There are apparently people that...
And if my boss sees this, he's either going to say yes or no. So maybe we'll get a text.
I think that we should allow Tony to wear shorts.
Not just me. I mean, everybody in the office. Yeah. Why not? I'm. By the way,
it's Iowa. We only get to wear shorts for like a very short amount of time.
Right.
We need to embrace our shorts in
and
our closet.
Also like maybe they could even be like Muskie shorts. We work with Phelps Custom Imagewear. I have a meeting with Phelps next week about some different apparel, and maybe shorts should be in there. Shorts and fanny packs, right?
You definitely need a fanny pack for sure.
Jess is sighing over there.
Jess is scared about the fanny.
But yeah, the good news for us, again, we're getting closer to the end of the school year, which is exciting. I think, like I said, it's like 17 and a half days. And I say the half because like next Wednesday, and I think there's a graphic for this as well. So May 12th, next Wednesday, is an early dismissal.
Yep.
So just keep that in mind. If you have kids enrolled in the Muscatine Community School District, all buildings will get out 2 hours early. And that's for staff to do some, in-service kind of stuff. And then the last day for seniors is like May 19th, and then the last day for everybody else is May 27th. So if you have kids, next Wednesday, don't be surprised. And we'll remind everybody, certainly, that there's that early dismissal. And it's even for like, I work at the district, I know when it's going to happen. But it's an adjustment for our family as well.
Oh, for sure.
To make plans to get kids at 1 instead of 3.
Yep.
Right? You just kinda...
It's exciting for the kids, though.
I'm
sure they're already looking forward to that.
Yeah.
The countdown is on to the end of the year, and then there's those early outs, and
they're pumped.
The 17 and a half days left makes
it might be 16 and a half now. I need to recount.
Oh, man.
But yeah, it's just
wrong information.
Crazy that it's gone by that quick. And then we're really excited. Again, last year when school didn't come back after spring break, there were a lot of unknowns and uncertainties. Was graduation going to happen? And it did happen later in the summer. I'm here to tell everybody that graduation from Muscatine High School is happening.
Yes.
Sunday, May 23rd, outside at the stadium, which is really cool. It is one of those things where, seniors have limited tokens for guests because if the weather doesn't cooperate, we have to be able to safely transition everybody into the Van Heck Center. So you can't have, 10 guests per person and then try and pull that off. But the good news is the Discover Muscatine Pearl City Media crew are going to live stream graduation.
Yes, we just had a meeting about it yesterday, actually, to just kind of like make sure we were all on the same page, and we have some nice little additions to make sure that viewing that at home is even more of a good experience for you all this year. So I'm excited about that, and we're excited to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And did you know that actually we're gonna be able to chat before the graduation?
I heard about that. Yeah. This will be, I think, maybe the second graduation at Muscatine High School that I'll have attended. The first was for my brother-in-law, Nolan, in 2009 or 2010. And that was in the gym. So I'm like really excited to have it, excuse me, outside.
Awesome.
And I hope the weather cooperates,
cool.
obviously.
Yeah.
And maybe, by May 23rd, it shouldn't be as hot or humid. Like if it was, in the 70s, it'd be perfect.
It was hot last year.
It was like July, right?
July.
I was going to say. Yeah, that's a big difference. I feel like.
But I would take that. I mean,
yeah.
I would take that over them not being able to have it outside.
100%.
Very cool.
I just feel like I remember my high school graduation, which was almost 20 years ago, and it was really hot. And it was outside. And we had, like, at my high school, which was a giant public high school, most of the guys wore suits. So we had, like, full-on suit, no cap and gown, but just suit. And you're just
and then
baking.
cap and gown.
No cap and gown, you're just baking in the sun. And they were like, we have a bottle of water under your chairs. And I'll never forget how hot that bottle of water was. And everybody was kind of like, what am I going to do with this?
It's boiling water.
Yeah. I didn't expect it to be cold, but it's crazy to think that my graduation from high school is almost 20 years ago. And that's what I tried to tell students at the Excellence in Education ceremony on Sunday. Mm-hmm. I just told them, like, I went off script as I normally do, kind of like right now. And I just said, like, it goes by really quick. Life, it does.
Yeah.
Like, you're sitting here and you're 17 or 18, and the next thing you know, you're going to be 37 with kids or not, gray hair or not. And it doesn't slow down. So, and they kind of all look at me like, you don't know what you're talking about, old timer, as I'm up there. But I'm like, no, it goes by fast. And that's not to scare them. It's just like, enjoy the moments that you're in.
I still have those conversations like with friends where I'm like, can you believe that we're like real live adults? Like, is that weird to you? Because it does. It like
feels weird.
All of a sudden you're like this adult. And you're like, what the heck happened?
Yeah, and you're like, I don't want to pay all these bills. Surely somebody else is going to fold this laundry, right? And then you're like, all I feel like I do is go to work, I go home, and obviously parent, and then do laundry. I mean, that's like, I don't know if that's how it is in your house, but we have laundry, like the real MVP is our washer and dryer for just never breaking down because we're doing laundry every day.
My dryer is not doing so good right now, so.
But yeah, so the moral of the story is, kids, if you're graduating, the present you want is a washer and dryer. That's what you need. That's what you're looking forward to.
Or possibly a lot of money so you can pay for someone to do your laundry for the rest of your life.
Can I ask you, since it is Mother's Day weekend, you're a mom.
Yep.
What's your expectation? Because my mom, who lives here in Muscatine, shout out to Sheila. She works at Bridge to Beginnings. If you know her, Miss Sheila, that's my mom. It's so weird when people realize that. They're like, Tony's your son? And I'm always like, is that a good thing? So my mom is like, my mom's like, I don't need anything. My wife is like, I don't need anything.
That's not true.
Now let me just clarify. For my wife this year, Casey. So she's like, I don't need anything. Now, we're moving in a week.
Right.
And we're moving to her favorite house in Muscatine. Is that Mother's Day present too?
No. I mean, that is very nice. I am, Casey,
how does that not
that's awesome.
count? It's a house.
But
and it's her
also
favorite
for,
house.
Like, the whole family.
Yes.
I'm just saying maybe just do a little something.
Oh, I have something, don't worry. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I'm not going to say what it is, but I already arranged.
Because is she going to help pay for the house at all?
Well, yeah, of course. It's not like I don't want to come off as like, I'm buying my wife a house. No. I just meant like, is that...
that is amazing.
But she's already said, like, don't get me anything, which you said is code for get me something.
I have an idea. I was just going to say, you should, maybe a gift certificate for there. She could go get something for the new house.
That's a great idea.
Because there's going to be nooks and crannies in that house that she doesn't have anything for, and it's
there's so many crannies.
Be very stressful.
Yeah. We need more stuff, Ash.
We need
tchotchkes, if you'll have it. R7 looks awesome. I haven't been.
Oh my gosh!
I love
Tony.
their pictures.
Has she been?
No. Ashley, we're moving and we have all these kids, and what do you want me
Send her there as soon as the move happens. Give her a gift certificate. They're available online. Tony.
Tell me more.
They're available online. Shopr7.com. Shout out to Neil. I love you.
Yes.
But seriously, they're available online, and she will love it.
Now, do they have like giant things that I could put things in to put on this front porch that I'm going to have in 7? Okay.
They have everything.
I'm all in.
They have everything.
So, and I would also just say for guys that are watching.
It's totally her style, because I know she's loving this like old house thing.
Yes.
And she loves all of the
Yes.
cool, unique pieces of furniture and like the flipped out furnitures of the world.
True.
We love that place as well. This is, yes, send
R7.
her up the hill.
Up the hill?
To
Is there a hill?
Grandview. Yes,
Okay.
Isley's Hill is like the biggest hill in the world.
Sorry. I don't get out much of my bubble. I mean, I get out, but okay.
Gosh.
So
Casey, we'll go. It's
so your
fine.
expectation is
Tony's
like,
going to buy you a gift certificate, and we'll go buy you something for one of your new nooks or crannies at your house.
I should just give you my credit
You could
card.
if you just hand it over.
Yeah.
That's what Chris does. He
Not a
didn't
bad
even give it
idea.
to me. I just have it memorized.
Perfect. All right. Well,
I love
I
you
think
too, Melissa. Happy Mother's Day.
the answer is clear. Even if your wife says don't get me something, or your mom says don't get me something, that's code for get them something.
Of course, yes.
Perfect. Even if it's just like a nice flower arrangement.
I was actually thinking, because Chris mentioned about this lavender thing behind me, actually. That's available at Hy-Vee, Jason.
Nice.
Loveless.
Ooh.
It smells delicious.
Yeah.
And it would look really cute on my sun porch. And it'd smell delicious on my sun porch.
I just there's a comment from Brenda Erber, who's amazing, and she said, please mention the all-city swing dance May 15th at the Van Heck Center at Muscatine High School, $5.
Ooh.
More details online. Thank you, Brenda.
Tell Brenda to come talk about it on the show.
Brenda, come talk about it on the show. By the way, Brenda Erber makes the greatest Rice Krispie treats ever.
Ooh.
Just a quick plug for Brenda. She takes Rice Krispie treat, homemade caramel, Rice Krispie treat on top of it, game over. That's
Brenda,
my kryptonite.
I will let you come on the show twice to talk about the swing dance if you bring me a Rice Krispie treat with caramel in the middle.
All these folks are commenting about things that I didn't forget about these things, but there's just a lot going on. Stephanie says, mention Jefferson's cereal challenge. Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. Jefferson Elementary School is collecting a whole bunch of cereal. They're going to line it all up and try and do a giant domino effect. That's how dominoes work, I think, just like this. Throughout the school, and then all the cereal is going to get donated to MCSA and the Salvation Army. Can I tell you something cool that's happening today that I just remembered? And that's probably why Dave Armstrong was calling me, unless there's other reasons.
What's happening?
Remax
Dave?
and the Armstrong team and Remax are dropping off 1,000 boxes of cereal
They rock.
at Jefferson today. And I don't know if anybody knows that.
Them.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody knows that. But yeah.
Well, the secret's out now.
The secret's out. And I think that's what the text was about that Dave just sent me. So if you want to donate cereal to Jefferson, they're trying to get to 6,000 boxes. I think after the donation today, they'll be at like 4,500. And then all the cereal again is going to get donated to the food pantries.
That's cool.
And if anybody else has something they want me to mention, feel free to comment and I will do it for you.
So when's this domino thing? As soon as they hit their thing, the dominoes?
I think it's going to be the last week of school. I think the last day they're taking the donations.
To see the domino thing.
Yeah, well.
Can we come and
yes,
do the domino
please.
thing?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, like.
I mean, I don't want to actually do it.
Yeah, I don't want to do it either.
I don't want to be like,
no.
I want to be that person, but I want to be like
responsibility. Yeah.
That's very good.
I would love to not have to push the box over that starts it either. But yes, I would love for you guys to come and check it out. I think it'll be the last week of school. I believe the last day for donations, they're trying to say like by May 21st.
Okay.
But I'll clarify and send that to you. So,
yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm tired of talking, so sorry about that. But I love that people interact with your show and leave you things like either positive feedback or reminders for me. So thank you, Brenda and Stephanie. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I love Rice Krispie treats, and I love caramel.
Yeah. Look at me. I haven't missed a Rice Krispie treat, okay? This is all Rice Krispie treats and pandemic. That's what this is. I told my wife I'm growing a beard. And she's like, why? And I said, to cover this. So.
She feel good about that?
It doesn't matter. That's her Mother's Day present, is me growing a beard. So I'm
Happy
just
Mother's
kidding.
Day.
That's not. All right.
It's growing a beard.
I'm growing a beard.
All right. Well, it's been super fun. chatting with you about all the things. He doesn't have the summer off, but it's exciting for everyone else that you only have a couple more weeks of school.
It's great.
16 and a half or 17 and a half days. We're not sure. I'll have to count that up for you because that's important.
Yes, I agree. Very important.
And it's Mother's Day, so don't forget that. We're going to go to the R7 commercial here in a minute. And then when I come back, I'm going to remind you of a few other very important things. And we're going to give you some DIY ideas for Mother's Day as well, in case you are still on the fence or you're still wondering if it's okay to not get your mother or your... Jason always said, well, you're not really my mom. And I'm like, well, you're not really my dad either. But... But, so, he doesn't say that anymore.
Love it. Good.
So we're going to go to a quick commercial really fast. Talked about R7 a little bit before, but here is a little bit more about Tennille and the barn that's just right up the hill in Grandview, Iowa.
Hello, I'm Tennille with R7 Reclaimed, located in Grandview, Iowa. We mix old and new goods together so that you can find the story of your home. When you get here, you will find a mix of old and new goods that are put together so seamlessly you won't even be able to tell which is which. And not only that, it's going to speak to you and your home. We are worth the road trip. We call it the R7 road trip. So punch in 337 Cemetery Lane, Grandview, Iowa into that GPS and make the road trip.
All right. So I told you all about the idea to go up to R7. They have the Mom and Me workshop on Saturday. So you can't wait till Mother's Day, obviously, to give them that gift. But it's the perfect lead into Mother's Day to be able to do that. Make a mess up at the barn, let the kids get dirty, let Mom, kind of get her hands dirty and maybe even shop around while she's there for those nooks and crannies that she needs to fill around the house. And also, like I said, there's a ton of ideas for Mother's Day here at Hy-Vee as well, including, so Chris, he's part of our team, and well, he makes all of this happen every day behind me, but also he makes these cool bracelets. I have one as well, and they're available in the gift shop here at Hy-Vee. So those are super cool. Another idea for Mother's Day, depending on taste. I mean, there's so many ideas. And then there's also, these are from Muscatine. There's a whole history behind these pearls. So come and check those out in the gift shop, the floral department here. And then check these out. These are probably one of my favorite things that he makes, are these little Muscatine buttons. I need to go down, down, down. But yeah, so these are really cool too. So lots of ideas for Mother's Day. And I will say, as a mother, it doesn't matter how big or how small or if it's handmade or what you do, but just make sure that you give a little shout out and let them know that you appreciate them. And even if they're not your mom, if you have a mom in your life that's special to you, it's always nice to give them a shout out. It takes a lot of work, man, to be a mom, and although it's a very rewarding job, it's nice to get that appreciation every once in a while as well. So I also, this was sitting on the table when I got here, and I'm very worried about people who eat this on a regular basis. So I need to know if anyone's actually tried this yet. Have any of you guys tried this yet?
Open it.
Should we open it? I don't even like Dr. Pepper. Should I open it? Do you guys want to try it?
Yeah.
Jess wants to try it, she said, so I'll open it. Tony wants to try it, he said. I like cotton candy, but I don't like Dr. Pepper, so we'll see. It matches my shirt, kinda. I like that. I like it when things match. It's actually good. Tony, you should come try it really quick. He actually likes Dr. Pepper. Hi,
friends.
he's back.
This is weird.
It is weird. But it's good.
Yeah, it's Dr. Pepper.
I feel good about it. So it's not as gross as I thought when I first saw it. And it matches my shirt, so whatever. I'll continue to eat it. But we have a video for you. It's Mother's Day DIYs to end the show for today. I thought this was pretty cool. She comes up with some pretty cool ideas. So we will go to that just a couple minutes to give you some ideas if you haven't already gotten those gifts for your mom or that special lady in your life. So here's that video now.
Hi, I'm Yvette Rios, and you know what? It doesn't take much to make mom feel special. So make sure you do with these easy holiday how-tos. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss another holiday how-to. Like this one that's all about making mom feel special with breakfast in bed and a side of special gifts. Pancakes are a staple in my family, mostly because it's easy to get the kids involved. They make the batter, they do the mixing, they crack the eggs. So why not make mom some pancakes, but serve it up with some flowers made of fresh fruit. And all you need to do is grab some cookie cutters. Little flower shapes are fantastic. You can get the kids involved in doing this too. And I'm using strawberries and apples. And this is going to be your fresh fruit on top of your pancakes. Keep the flower theme going with a beautiful bouquet from Hy-Vee Floral Department. These are all so beautiful. I'm going to go with these. This is one of the Just Because bouquets, but you can make it even more special by getting the kids to write a message on a piece of paper, and then you're going to turn this into a little cover for your flowers. Now we turned it into something special that mom is really gonna treasure. And if you wanna get some other gifts from mom, a spa gift basket is a great idea. These are from Basin. They've got all that she needs to have a wonderful spa day at home. Oh, that smells so good. Mom's gonna love that. And of course, scented candles are always a nice addition. So I've got one more thing that I'm sure that mom is gonna absolutely love. Now finish it all off with a mom-mosa. A mimosa is typically made with orange juice, but since my mom really loves blood orange, I'm using that juice instead, so you can go ahead and make it with whatever juice your mom particularly loves. And then of course you need to give mom a card. Just make it about mom and she's sure to feel the love. For more of my holiday how-tos, visit hstv.com.
So that's fun, right? I just realized when I was looking at myself that I forgot my earrings. I hate when I do that. Ugh. Anyways, so last reminder before I let you guys all go to enjoy the rest of your Friday is, again, blood drive today at Unity Point Health, Trinity Muscatine at the hospital. You can go right in through the main Circle Drive entrance. Tell them you're there for the blood drive. They have spots available. I'm going right after the show to donate my blood. And I think that you guys should all do that too, as well. Super important. I can say personally, from a personal experience being on the other end, that you can make a huge impact by donating blood. So I encourage you all to go and do that if you have a few extra minutes today. It doesn't take long. If you've never donated before, no biggie. Just make sure that you take your ID so they know that you are who you are, and you'll just fill out a quick questionnaire and then they'll take your blood, and it's as easy as that. So I hope that you guys will all do that. Plus, I mean, I owe my sister because she's my big sister and all of that, and she helps me with stuff. So I hope that you guys will all help me out by showing up and helping at her blood drive today at the hospital. Donate all of the blood and help people out in the community. It's super important. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you have a super good weekend. I hope that the rain stays away and that it's beautiful just like last weekend. But I will see you guys on Monday. And until then, remember that kindness is free. So spread that stuff wherever you go.